Morning. So I'm just having a coffee at the moment. In fact, do you know what I need to do? I need to turn my brightness down. Oh, do you know what? I need to bring this off. Ba, ba, ba. Ah, there it is. Right, just that saves battery power. Let's get the camera around actually. Right, there we go. Steer this cable. So hopefully this time nobody's going to phone me. I'm just watching the Three Eye Atlas at the moment. It's fascinating how the US government shut down all these, or sent home all these NASA scientists and stuff. It's weird that just when it passed course. Ah, so I really should. I'll probably go and get breakfast soon actually. If I'm going to tuck this cable. Yeah. How does that work? Oh, I tell you, I slept. I really slept well. Oh man, that was such a deep sleep I had. But I had quite a heavy weekend. Um, it was a very tough weekend actually, just work wise. I was out in call Friday and I didn't get much sleep, and then that sort of, you know, snowballed, or was it no snowballed? It's domino effect. Just went to the rest of my days. So I'm kind of, I'm just trying to get this camera adjusted here. You know, that may actually be still too much. Let's just go back there. Oh, so yeah, I had a busy day yesterday actually. I ended up going up to my mum and dad's and my brother. My brother's bike was broken. It was just his crank arm had just got loose. Um, it could have been a lot of things. It could have been knocked. Um, usually, I mean, I'm not saying my brother doesn't. My brother just really uses his bike kind of quite harshly in a way, which is really. I mean, sometimes you do get bikes that's what you do. You just use them and abuse them. I look after my bike. I really need to get back on my bike. Um, but I really need to start. Um, I really need to set up the turbo trainer because it's starting to get really cold. Don't get me wrong, cycling in the cold. If you've had a summer of like cycling a lot, when you get into the winter, you've got that fitness built up, and it carries you into the winter. But if you're starting, it can be brutal. But yeah, I really need to start just cycling a lot more. I know I keep saying that, but and yeah, I need to utilise my turbo trainer more. So having a big cup of coffee. Make my coffee in my little perky, my mocha pot. Absolutely amazing coffee. So yeah, we started building this. So as you can probably see here, we built the star in Star Wars. Very good little, actually a nice build here. The top comes off to reveal um, the Imperial Star Destroyer chasing the Tantive 4. So when this logo comes up, you get that, the kind of fanfare type thing. You then go into the kind of titles and it gives you a little synopsis of the story and stuff. and then after that you get the Tantive chase. So, but this is going to go really well in my shelving now. So as I say, big update. Shelving has become quite a thing. Here's a box of what we're building. So you can see here, Star Wars. It's 700 pieces. 75407 is the set number. And you can see here they've got it actually in quite a nice, it's quite a nice home decor with the shelving and just the logo, just itself, just that itself with no other Lego. It's quite nice. But this in a display with this in the middle and all your Star Wars stuff around, or even just a almost like a whole bookcase shelving dedicated to it. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna. Do you know, I'm gonna put this back here actually. So you should be able to see that box behind me. So I'm going to continue on the build. Basically, got 3 bags left. So I probably, I actually came home last night, and I wasn't intending to come back home and stream, but I was so I think the weekend, like the 6 days straight work, and also that Friday night into Saturday morning, been called out early and just not really having sleep. It's really just kind of bowled me over. So I came home last night and I think I was home for about 7:30ish, 7, 7:15. I can remember coming in here and I can remember looking and thinking, right, I can start this stream soon. I was going to go to the shop and get something else to eat, and a can of juice or just something. And I actually went into my bed because it wasn't chilly, but it was a little bit cooler. So I went into bed and I said, you know what, I'm going to watch my iPad and just chill. Maybe if I'm still up, I can come back and do something. But I just crashed out, and my partner Anya phoned. I can actually remember the phone going, but I'd been sleeping prior to that. I woke up, I sent her that text. I think I just turned back round and I was like, I was just kinda, and I could hear the phone going. I was so tired. Oh, dribbled. But yeah, I just absolutely zonked. So let's get this bag 4 opened. As I say, I probably would have finished this build yesterday. First drop of the day. But my brother phoned. Actually, it was I went up to visit my family as well. Hi, Anya. Yeah, I just thought I would finish this off, and then it frees the rest of the day to do other stuff, plus maybe another stream later on, just to get stuff done. But I've been up since I was up at I was up about 7 o'clock. I got up. I actually got up about I got up at 5. And I think I had a slight doze. Oh my god. Then I went back to sleep. But I got up, I made myself coffee. I mean, I could probably have eggs or something, but I might just go to the wee shop just to get a wee can of juice. Oh my goodness. Right, so I've been using the manuals. So I've already scanned my QR code, so nobody's going to steal it. So there you go. So you get two books. So this is going to be wars that we're building. So it's probably just going to be the same. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this little stream, just start it, get it done. While having my coffee. Yeah, the only thing is, the meal deal over there, don't get me wrong, it's good, but they sometimes don't really have that much. Like, Tesco's is really good, they've got a lot of stuff. You get different kind of pasta choices, and it's a little bit more sort of, I don't know, it's just more choice. Over there, it's like you got a couple of wraps, a couple of sandwiches. It's not that much really. It's just across the road, so yeah, it was good seeing the little baby, little Emmett. But when I think of Emmett, I think of Emmett Brown and Back to the Future. Yeah, it was good though. My mum she went to the bingo, so I just came down with her when my dad was running. Yeah, I had a good sleep. I feel really. I think I knew that I was gonna have a pretty decent sleep. Oh, Stovies, man. Jeez, I could. Stovies? Some with sausages? Again, for anybody that's watching this after the fact that maybe isn't Scottish, Stovies is made up of potato, slice sausage, um, turnip, potato, turnip, carrots, onion. I think that's it. I don't think I've missed anything. It's basically just a traditional Scottish dish. Really good in the winter. Dead easy to make. Actually, really quite cheap. And don't let the fact that it's quite cheaply made, put you off, because it's absolutely tasty. It's almost like a soup without really water. That doesn't really make sense, that, but if you explain it to somebody that maybe didn't know, that's kind of roughly what it's like. But it's so good, and in winter months, can't beat it. So again, we're building the base here. So we're turning it back over. So this has been a nice little build. Again, it's a little bit different from the stuff I usually build. And again, now that I've got shelving, it's now going to transform into a feature, and it's going to be built around it. So the whole Star Wars thing. Not that I'm starting to gradually get a few more Star Wars items. Um, so yeah, oh, so that's going in. Right, I see. So I keep saying Roman Lego. He's changed his name to Roman Bricks. I think. I wonder if he changed that because it was Lego that was in his name. I wonder if he's maybe had a wee bit of an altercation with that, because when you think it's a copyrighted name, so yeah. Um. Anyway. Um. He was talking about having a structured stream, like putting it up. I'm going to stream tomorrow at a certain time. Um, I kind of always, I usually think about a lot of things over time. Especially at work, or if I'm maybe lying in bed. Sometimes I'll think of stuff. Now, Falcon Friday, which is going to be on Friday, funnily enough, that's going to be a regimented stream every week. Friday, I'm going to be building the UCS Millennium Falcon, and that's going to be streamed at 3 p.m. So that's going to become a really regimented. That's going to become a regimented build time, um, and that's going to be the start of possibly having streams. The only thing is, the likes of this morning. So I basically kind of woke up and went, "Do you know what? I'm going to stream." So it was very much, I was going to stream last night, didn't. So I'm streaming this morning, and I think I'll still do pop up streams. But yeah, I do want to have structured streams at some point. Easier said than done, because my lifestyle is. It's not that I've got a complex lifestyle, but I'm very much a ve- I'm not. I've never really been. I can be structured at times, but sometimes I can just, say we stream tomorrow, and then come tomorrow, I'm like, I just can't really. I just don't feel it, because sometimes you do. You just feel a wee bit just off in a way. Nothing really bad. You just feel a little bit like you just don't really want to stream. Um, but yeah, I mean, the likes of this morning, I don't really look at demographics in terms of, alright, so it's X amount of time in Australia, America's it's like early morning, so I'll maybe wait to then to get that demographic. I kind of just stream when I want to stream. That's just the way that I've always kind of done it, and it's you know I get where some people are coming from. Streaming at a certain time, but yeah, it's not something that I've really done, and I like that kind of spontaneity. I think it's quite good in a way. It's funny, Anya, if you're probably still there. Um, I went on to my mum's and I was telling her like about my Friday. I said, yeah, I was like in the morning, so I get about 15 minutes sleep, and then the door goes and it's IKEA. Oh yeah, that's worth thinking about, Anya, and it is something that I'm thinking of doing. Like, having a couple of structured ones, but having some free roaming times. But yeah, I was talking to my mum, and I said that I got IKEA bookcases, and I'm laughing because my mum goes, "And where are you putting them?" I went, next door neighbours." But that's just me being an asshat. No, it says I'm in the flat. Dear, it's funny. Oh, by the way, Anya, I'm just gonna say this. My mum said to me, I'm trying to get verbatim. Um, what she said, she really likes you. My mum, I mean, she really likes you. Almost like a daughter. Can't remember exactly what she said, but she did say it. I like Anya. So you're in with the bricks, as they say. So these are nice wee bits. These clip in here. So there's a little clip and there's a little peg here, and they just clip in, and it creates that little rounded edge at the bottom. Right, here we go. So much the same as the build on top that we did. We've got similar elements here with the little diagonal pieces. Um, but yeah, you're absolutely in with. Oh, also, Anya. Oh, just maybe I should build. I'm going to put this part on first. So there we go. There's the little diagonal piece there. We'll build a bit in the front, but I also got this. So I gave my mum this. So I took up that cake because I wasn't going to finish it, and it was just going to. Time you come down, it was going to be wasted. So I got. I got these free, right? But I got my mum this. It's bulbs. You can plant them between September and December. So it's a bulb collection, Twilight Tones collection. You've got words that I am not prepared to talk about, but there you go. It's got a little part that opens. I gave that to my mum. I kept one. I don't know if I would just give her these two, but it's like a it's just like a little bulb set kind of thing. I don't know, does this actually open up? I'm probably absolutely destroying this like a... Alright, that just comes off. Okay, that was neat. That's maybe not how to open it. Yeah, so they're just like bulbs you get. And you get like all different sets. So there's another pack here. So they're just like, there's Allium, Astra Premium, Tulip Purple Crystal. They're just all bulbs. So you plant them between now and December. It tells you where to put them. There's another one. I thought I kept one for us. Oh god, I've just made a right mess. But I gave my mum one. I've completely destroyed this box. But yeah, that's what I got her. Well, I didn't even get her that. I just had it, and I acquired them from work, as you do. So I gave her that. She really liked them, actually. I don't think she's really that much... She'll go and plant them, though. Right, so that's us building the... probably... I don't know what that's actually. Is that the... Is that... Oh, that's the... Coming up the S to the R, I believe. Actually, they went really quick. I picked up 2 boxes. So, yeah, a nice little morning build, and then I can have a shower. And then really think about what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Right. But yeah, this is going to be a nice little build just to put in my displays. So so basically the Falcon Friday, or the Falcon build is imminent. I may start building it this Friday, potentially. Because it's going to be a long... I mean, I don't even know how long it takes to build. I think it's a good 20 plus hours maybe to build it. So it's going to be quite a long burner. You know, it's not going to be built within... You know, it's going to take a couple of months to build it. and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna delve deep into it. I'm gonna talk about the Millennium Falcon because there's actually a lot I really probably don't even know about the Millennium Falcon. Um, there's a lot of stuff that I'll learn about the Millennium Falcon. So there we go. We built this little part, and this is going on here. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. There we go. So you can see that it's double sided. Yes, the eye atlas. I find it fascinating. I've always been, when it comes to space, I just love the idea that, um, some people will probably, some people will maybe think, oh, you're just thinking, oh, jeez Louise. Some people probably think that that aliens don't exist. I have this conversation with Anya quite a lot, um, about intelligent life or life in some existence elsewhere in our universe, which the universe itself is huge. Our galaxy, our Milky Way is absolutely massive itself. To think that there's no life exists in our galaxies, well, yeah, it does. And you may look at me different from this, but I think it's a good thing. I think it's very interesting to think that there's other beings or what civilizations, whatever you want to put it, out there. But oh, no, it's going that way actually. There we go. So it's creating that little part there. But yeah, I do believe, and oh yeah, I did do that bit at the end. Um, yeah, I find it fascinating. But one thing, one thing that I do find really fascinating about Three Eye Atlas is it's came from interstellar space. We know that, and a lot of people think that, but it's impossible for it to be. Well, I don't really want to use the term alien because when you use that, people start thinking of like the wee green men and all that kind of jazz. No, but it's something else. Let's just call it something else. Now, a lot of people will probably say, well, that's not going to happen because it can't. Well, why? Why can it not happen? Because we've done the exact same thing with Voyager 10 and Pioneer. Was it Voyager? No, it was Voyager 1, Voyager 2. And it was Pioneer. Oh, I'm trying to think now. I've actually lost track of my. But we sent those probes out into space to see our solar system, and they're basically exiting our. In fact, one of them's went into interstellar space. So we're doing the exact same thing with those probes. That theoretically this could be something that's came in from an outer. So, I mean, you look at it that way. It's not improbable that it could be something. That's what I'm trying to say. Some people kind of like go, no, you're talking. It's stupid. It's not. How can it be? Well, quite easy. I just find it fascinating. I find a lot of that stuff fascinating. I actually can't wait to start building the Falcon. The Millennium Falcon for me is a bit of a bucket list Lego kit. It's something I've seen for many many years. When it was first released, I kind of looked at it and went, maybe one day, you know, it was one of those kind of kits, and I mean, did I ever think that I would get it? And probably the answer to that would be probably not really. Um, well, I'm not saying probably not, but it was long. It was a long shot. But I think it has come down in price of late. Funny enough, speaking of the whole this Prime deal malarkey, I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. I've looked at some of the deals that are there have been deals that have been in various Lego deals in like John Lewis's and Very Smiths, Argos, anywhere else that you search for Lego kits, they've had deals all through the year that have just been as good as what's in Prime. This whole Prime, it's all based in Amazon. It's all like, oh, it's all great. You get deals through the year. Don't get me wrong. There was some of the deals were actually, were good, but I just maybe it's just me, but I just don't buy it. Well, a lot of it, I just look at it and go, it's a deal's only good if you can use it for something, or you know, like me and the Falcon. The Falcon came, and it came at an absolutely fantastic price. And yeah, to be honest, at that time, at that place, perfect. You know what I mean? It just happened. It was one of those, you know, perfect moments. That kind of, you know, that sort of element where, you know what, this is making total sense. I'm getting this. Um, and that was it. So there we go. We built this little. So this is going to be the start of the W, I believe. And that just happened. And the Falcon's been, yeah, I mean, it has been a set that I've probably thought about getting for a very, very long time. And, I'm finally sitting there and it's just in front of me, just as I look. Um, and it's great. It's great to think that, I finally got it. So there we go. That's probably going to be an extra part. That's going to be the end of bag 4. Yep. Little spare yellow brick. So there we go. As you can see there, we've got the start of the WARS. So bag number 5. But yeah, that was a big build for me. And also the X-Wing as well was... I think the X-Wing is a classic ship. I mean, really Star Wars, if you break Star Wars down and you look at the whole thing of Star Wars, and you look at iconic spacecraft in it, I mean, TIE Fighter as well, even the Death Star, Death Star was iconic, Millennium Falcon, X-Wing, you know, there's other ships that we all remember, like the Imperial shuttle. Is it Tidarium shuttle? Darth Vader's TIE fighter, but it's still a TIE fighter. And the whole genre, there's so many different TIE fighters over the universe. Slave One was a classic ship. But yeah, it was all good. So these little wedge pieces have been quite a big part in this build. These are going in here, so you're getting that nice angle. But yeah, But yeah, that I can't wait to start that build. And I think that's one of the things about Lego. It's why I like Lego so much. It's just so therapeutic. A lot of people. I mean, all people that maybe don't really get Lego as such. They just look at it as being, you know, something that people buy. They see people getting excited over Lego kits, and some of the kind of bigger boys, maybe get a little bit sort of. Oh, why are they getting so excited over a toy? Yeah, you probably get quite angry when people say toys. But case in point is somebody like Anya. Anya is probably the perfect example of somebody who met me, um, and has got into Lego. Now, before Anya met me, she probably knew what Lego was, but she never really like, she didn't know really much about it, what it entailed, blah blah blah, whatever. But that was her. She went and built. She actually built these, when I was in my bed, which she built these two, and they're actually quite the correct. I'm not. I'd have faith in her, but she's built these wee Halloween ones, which is good. In fact, I've got the little gift we purchased that I may potentially build. I don't know if I'm trying to think what time. 9:20. I've got a bit of time yet. I'm not saying I'll build that, but there's a possibility. But yeah, it's good, and that's somebody that's come into the. I mean, we probably actually could call it a hobby because I suppose it is a hobby. Lego. So again, we square those up. So the other thing that's it's not really come up. Now that I've got my table quite clear, I mean I've got rid of quite a lot of the vegetation that I had, like, all over the place. Um, we've actually got room now to build probably the Millennium Falcon because it's going to take up quite a lot of space. But I've also, I'll just put that coffee down the old Chubertios. It's just the dregs, so, and it's quite cold as well. Um, but that's freed up a lot of space, which is good. So we'll be able to actually build the Millennium Falcon because space was going to be it's quite a big kit. But as I say again, Lego is such a there's something about it, and here's the thing. So you've just been to the Lego stores. For me, it's Glasgow. So I've just went to the Glasgow Lego store and I bought a kit, and I'm walking down the street, and lo and behold, there's a guy maybe walking up, or I'm walking around a side street, or we turn round and we're kind of facing each other. He's got a Lego bag, I've got a Lego bag, or it could be female, male or female. And as I say, he's got a Lego bag, I've got a Lego bag, and like you could have Tesco bags, some other bag, but I think Lego, it's almost at a point where you're kind of united because he's got a Lego bag, you've got a Lego bag, and there's almost that kind of feeling like stopping and talking to the guy, or the woman, or the person. Let's just call it person. Talking to that person and saying, "What did you buy? Oh, I got this. Oh, did you? Oh, that's cool. I got this." You know what I mean? And just for that, I mean, in fact, speaking of that, me and Anya were coming down when we were up in Glasgow a couple of months back, and there was a woman there having a cigarette, and she saw that we had Lego bags, and she came up and she talked to us. She had built. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what she had built, but she had built something. But she would build it and then have it sitting, and then deconstruct it, and then build it something else, and then do the same with that one. She would deconstruct it, which I find quite odd. But everybody's different. But just that connection, which you don't get with anything else. It's like a, it's good. It's good when you can get something like that unites people. So that's just a. It's just one of those little moments in time that somebody took time of day just to talk to you. And it's just a simple bag. Also, you do feel a little bit like a target because you're walking down with potentially. I mean, okay, let's not beat about the bush. Lego is not. It's not the cheapest thing, but it's like, oh, look at me, I've got something expensive. Not expensive to an extent. Something that can. I mean, I suppose that's the same with any stuff that you buy. I suppose if you go and buy, you know, if you bought an Omega watch, for instance, and you've got a wee bag with Omega written on it. Now, yeah, case in point. But yeah, that's the way it is, I suppose. But yeah, it's such a. It's so good. So good that something like that can unify people. Right, these button parts are going inside. But yeah, I do plan, as Anya was saying there earlier, that yeah, I'm gonna maybe do more streams timed, um, especially with some of the builds coming up. We could probably actually, and maybe even the possibility of some build alongs that could happen. I think I actually thinking about it, and I actually this just came into my head just now. Having like a global team build could be quite an interesting concept where we maybe pick a kit that's affordable to everybody. It's not like a big build. It's like something that's maybe I don't know something that's available to everybody and it's reasonably cheap to a point where everybody in a certain budget can afford it. And then we just build it that day. We just all agree a time or something, turn up and build it, and we link all our streams together. That could be quite a good thing. But yeah, feeling good. Feeling good after my week at work was, as I say, that was tough. That was a tough week. I'm not gonna lie. And I do work six. I usually work 5 days. Um, at the moment, my shifts have been different, just purely because we've had people off an illness. So I'm kind of my work schedule's different. Um, because of that. But yeah, my feet tend to really get sore. But I'm feeling good. I had a decent kind of sleep. I've kind of come out the other side feeling a little bit more refreshed. Ooh, wee stomach. Did I take my pill? Do you know what I need to take my pill? Ah, take it soon. Right, so this is joining together. So this is going like that. And that's joining on there. There's a little... Oh. Okay, that was... Oh, that was like that. Right. I couldn't work out how that... So we've got a little clip system here. And the little... So this is going in this end, actually. So it's clipping in here. Oh, that's a double clip. That's actually really quite nice. How that just all fitted in there. So I'm just trying to square this up. Yeah, so putting that flat there just squares all this up. So there we go. There's the, you can see the S beginning to happen. Right. So we're building down here at the end. So we've got these little black squigglies. Oh, no, is that going? Yeah, it's going like that actually. Then we've got these two parts going again. So there's one going one way, one going the other. So that's going that way. I don't really think it matters what way these go, as long as you get one brick facing the opposite. Because I think we're going to put a, yeah, we're going to put these two again. So if you put one way and one the other, it really wouldn't matter. Right, so we're building a little, are those little stubs? Yeah. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. That's it. So this is a 2 build. So let's build the other one. So not a lot of people in. Probably time is not favourable for a lot of people, but people are watching this after the fact. Because, again, some of the reasons why I stream, I'm not a streamer that right, that's like that. Okay, got you. I sometimes don't really stream because I do stream because of the interaction part, but I stream just to get stuff onto my channel. So, and this is one of these builds where I could record it and then put it up, but kind of live streaming, I cut out the middleman. So, you know, the whole upload process, I kind of do it in a winner. So it's just a live feed that I do, and I just, you know, I basically talk over it. But it's just easier for me to do that. And that's really why I stream. Even my golf, I've done like streams where I've done stuff. And it's really just to get stuff up. Hi Jason Duff, welcome in. It's a name I've not heard before, so welcome aboard. I'm a Scottish Lego builder. So we're building the Star Wars logo, which is, there's the star, and we're building the wars here. And then the two of them are going to get put together. But welcome in. It's a bit of an early stream for me. I kind of woke up, had my coffee. I was actually building this yesterday. And I just really wanted to maybe get it finished, and then I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm kind of one of these people that I tend to think not too much ahead. You know, I'm quite a sort of get up in the morning, see how the weather is. You know, is it nice? Is it horrible? and then go from there. So I hope you're well, hope you're doing good, hope you've got stuff planned today, wherever you are in the world. Hope the weather's good in your part of the world. Actually, here in Scotland, it's actually not too bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. I think it's cooler, cold even. Mate, that's that little block done, and this is going. So this is going to create the S. Oh yeah, that's quite nice actually. So that is. There we go. So there you go. There's the S formed in Star Wars. It's just started raining. Yeah, it's it's cloudy here. Um, it's been wet. The ground's kind of wet, but it's dry at the moment. This is Scotland. It could rain in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna lie. Never ever far away from some kind of weather format here, and even in the UK, wherever you're from. But yeah, we had some really bad storms in the UK here. Scotland, oof, yeah, we get quite a big brunt. High winds. So yeah, I'm building this Star Wars logo. I've recently got IKEA shelves. So if you probably know, IKEA make Swedish, um, basically Swedish flat pack furniture company. In fact, I don't know if they make any. I think they do lights as well. They do quite a lot of stuff for the home. Absolutely phenomenal. So being a Lego builder, um, you get to a point where you really do start running out of room, and you need to then think about um, doing some kind of storage ideas. And Billy bookcases, IKEA Billy bookcases are probably your best option. They're not your only option, but they're pretty much I would even go as far as saying the bog standard Lego enthusiast builder, whatever you want to call yourself, um, thing. Everybody does Billy bookcases. In fact, I've got one sitting there empty, just looking at me saying "fill me." But we were getting to the point where I just didn't have space, so I used to all this. In fact, you can see my NASA. That's probably going to stay there. That's my NASA Saturn V Lego build. That's probably going to stay there because it's perfect for there. It could go. You could put it. You could put it in a shelf. In fact, you could probably do like a unique thing where you separate it and have it built up. I might even try and see if I can even do that just for something different. But it's yeah, you get to a point where you really need space becomes premium, and so we've got a lot of Billy bookcases. In fact, if I'm not building Lego, I'm probably going to be building Billy bookcases. But it's good. It's good to have like just to take stuff away and kind of free up because Lego was getting put into various places that it really. I'm not saying it shouldn't have went, but it was kind of you were kind of saying, oh, that's going in there, and just shoving a Lego bit in. But it's just good to finally start getting a little bit of organisation. Right, this is a two build, so we've got that and that. But yeah, and it's funny as I said this before. I've suddenly went from having what I think was a lot of Lego to not a lot. I mean, I have got a lot, but what I mean is I've got the space now to show it, and it's kind of went from being just stuff everywhere coming out every orifice almost to now it's almost like, geez, I don't really have a lot of Lego, uh, which is which is good. So we're building the. I think this is going to be maybe the R. So I think we've got a little two build here, two bricks here, and that's going in here, and that's going in there. So there we go. There's the little top of the R. It's pretty late here, but I'll be leaving the live stream. But I'll try to. Jason, cheers very much for that. It's greatly appreciated. So I take it you'll be, if it's late at your bit, that you must be in America, perhaps. So that'll be like, God, you could be early morning your time. But yeah, thanks for coming in, and it's absolutely mega appreciated. Oh, this slots in. Oh, that's really nice actually. So there you go. There's the RS. That piece there just slots right in. Are you in Australia? So it'll be, yeah, you'll be getting excellent. Do you know what? I need to get I need to get a time clock for Australia because I've got a couple of people that come in here. I think Kate that comes in here occasionally. She's from Australia. It's one of the time places that I sometimes, yeah, yous are gonna be, yeah, it's 7:30 in Sydney. 7:38. Yeah, it's quite late. But it's getting late. You sound a bit like me. I get to a certain time of the day and oh man, I just crash out. I'm like, right, so I'm bag six. Yep, cheers, Jason Duff. I don't know if have I seen your name. Maybe I haven't. I sometimes lose track of names, so if you've been in before, I do apologise. But it's not a name that I remember. So we're in the last bag. But yep, thanks for coming in. It's always greatly appreciated, buddy. Really good to see people. And you enjoy the rest of your night. Right, here we go. So we've got the RS, so we're building. We've got a pink block. Pink block is going right there. Yeah, a few people from Australia. So last bag we're on. This has been a really fun build. You know, quite a unique build as well. Just, I mean, it's a Star Wars logo. It's one of those things. It doesn't have functionality. It doesn't really, you know. I think from an adult perspective, it's a really good build. You know, just being. I'm not saying like a toy. I know. You know, Lego's not really. I don't theoretically think Lego. I suppose it is a toy. Um, yeah, light is something I really need to get in here. Just here, I need something that's straight down. So I'm gonna look at getting like a bracket that comes up. Quite a nice looking functional piece that's like, you know, maybe even get chrome like the end of my breakfast bar, and it looks as if it's built into it, sort of thing. And then I can get it plugged in, and it's just gonna be like a wee light here, and it's just gonna be nice. So this is a 4 build. This is similar because it's obviously the A. Similar build to well, similar. It's the same build as the A. So but yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think you know, I probably said this in other streams, but for me, Lego was a You know, when I moved into this house, it was just a form of filling up the space with stuff, but also just building Lego was just a nice a nice thing to do, relaxing. Lego's just so good in terms of you know like this part here. So this is going to form the A. So you've got these little pieces that go in, and you see there it just forms a little diamond, and then we do the same in the reverse. And again, you can see when you build this, if you press down on it, you can actually get it really nicely squared off. So there we go, there's the starting of the A. I quite like it when you get quite a meaty part of the build, like this kind of thing, like a cap piece. It's quite good. But I would highly recommend this kit actually. As I say, it's a kit that probably a lot of people go, nah, can't really be bothered with it. But it's good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Right. So two of these, they're almost like girders, these parts. Again, we've got the old black, which is very difficult for me to see. But these black elements create like a texture at the back of the Star Wars Lego. So this is going in here, over this. Oh, we've got all wedge pieces, which is always nice. I can see where they're going. Oh, there's an inverted piece, which is quite interesting. Where's the other? There we go. Lovely. And then it looks like we're building up here. We've got a little piece going in here. Got a little part there. Got these little parts going up there, which is nice. Oh, you're chatting to Katie? How is Katie? Is she okay? Hope she's yeah, she's built a strong stuff. Yeah, so we've got these are quite nice. So we've built in these little brick elements down here, and these get these big elements here right in the side, which basically just faces up that entire piece, both sides, and that's quite a nice element. See there, so it really does finish off the R of the Star Wars. Somebody's actually built this with all the letters wrong. They probably did it on purpose, actually. Not too bad. Off to driving lessons. So we've got another square part here. Do you know, I actually need to watch Star Wars. Although I was going to watch it with Anya. That goes on there. So there we go, we've got the start of the W. And we've got the little parts in, so we're going to have inverted pieces in here. Right, so we're building these studs. Looking good now. I'll try getting into another stream sometime. Hope you have a fantastic day and hope you finish that Lego. Cheers, Jason Duff. And again, just thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. And I hope you have a good rest of your night over there in Australia. Yeah, and pop. You're more than welcome to pop in whenever. I'm gonna try and get streams like a set time, but I kind of freelance at the moment. But yeah, thanks again, Jason. Greatly appreciated, buddy. You have a cracking day. Do you know, I could say good day, mate, but that's just that's stereotype. Cheers, man. But actually, a lot of people do say that in Australia. But yeah, so we're building this little wedge here. So imagine this is going to go probably, yeah, it's going to go in. Oh, I made the wrong bit here. So there we go. Just going up in the W here. That's better. You see it round that side. Dee. There we go. Right. Right, got two. Is this a 2 times build? Yeah. So let's just build as we go. I'm still watching this set, 3i Atlas. I'm kind of listening to it, but it's kind of just the background, picking up little pieces. So, 3i Atlas actually has originated very close to where the big wow signal. So it's a signal that was received way back in, was it the 70s? And the guy simply wrote wow, and that's why they call it the big wow signal. Um, so yeah, basically it was a signal that just came from a certain part of space. Um, right, so that slides in there, and that slides in there. So there you go. We're starting to create the W. So we're actually getting very close to the end. Again, it's like as I say with Lego, it's weird because it's satisfying, but it's also not because you're getting close to the end. So we've got these inverted wedge pieces that are going to go in. That are going to create the W. There we go. Right, that's that in. Now we've got 4 of these, so we're basically going to lock these parts in. And we've got 2 little, they're almost like pinky purple, I think. So there we go. You can see we're getting very close to getting the walls done. So I think this is where it's going to join with the star at the top. Right, so we've got some little nice pieces going in. We've got some more. Now, is there a little? Yeah, there's a part there actually. I see. Yeah. So we've got these little gloss pieces going in, where it's going to be, where there's going to be a letter. if you know what I mean. Oh, this is nice. It's kind of... Oh, do you know what? Well, I've got a gap with a W. I've just noticed I've got this piece. Yep, guess where that goes? In there. See it? Right, I need to slightly deconstruct here. Yeah, it's just in there. Right, it's going in there. There we go. Job done. No, I've got that the wrong way, haven't I? Oh, I'll put the bigger part. That one that goes there. And then you get the space. Then you get the big long part. That's it. And then that other one goes the other side. So I think that is going to be... Yep, so that's the walls done. So there you can see they're really nice actually. And then what we're going to do is simply we join the star with the walls. And it should just go like so. Oh yeah, that's a satisfying join. Wow. And there we go. That is the Star Wars logo. And also you've got it in, if you're one of those people that prints like newspapers in the olden days, typography type thing, that's what it would look like back to front. But that's Star Wars, that's the logo done and done, and it's a nice, it's one of those Lego builds where you could really chuck it about and it'd probably actually survive. You could actually probably build a little base for it, which could be quite nice. But yeah, it just basically sits up like that. If I'd build like this, it would go like this, would it not? I don't know if that's proper. Is that the proper tune? I don't know. Do you know what? That was a really fun build actually. I really enjoyed that. From something that's for something that's actually quite basic, it's actually a really good build. If I'm just gonna try and square up some of these blocks just to get the face. Yeah, that's pretty nice actually. Yeah, that's really good. But that'll go in basically the Star Wars build. My shelf, this is going to be perfect because I'll be able to put that round. I mean, you could probably even get some kind of light thing here, like I don't know. I'm into my lights at the moment. Everything I've got, like, I think next time I go for a number 2, I'm thinking of how I can actually, like, it comes out and it's actually lit up. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then obviously we've got the little Easter egg up here. So the top part there, you see the Imperial Star Destroyer chasing the Tantive 4. So I think one of my next builds is actually going to be the Tantive 4. There's a little mini scale spacecraft size that I've got, because the two of these really go together. I don't have an Imperial Star Destroyer. It'd be great to get the UCS one, but that's... yeah. So, is it possible for me, because it is kind of early, it's Neil Carlton 10, I think I started about an hour and a half ago, maybe? maybe I could actually build. Can I get this light over a little smidge? Quite. Oh, Mr. Yellow is going to fall. Um, I don't know. I've got two possible kits that I had here. I've basically got the GWP gift with purchase, the Spooky, which has got a white brick included. We've actually got another two of these. But I've also got the Brickheads Luke Skywalker Starfighter because I was thinking at some point probably starting the maybe even the X-Wing. I know there's a lot of Star Wars stuff going on, but there's other things that I could build. Um, I also got Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi Brickheads. Do you know what? I'm gonna. I don't know if Anya, because I like to run everything by Anya. Because I can build this. That's not a problem. Because that's going to coincide with my. But I don't know. I was going to maybe build this, the old Spooky Ghost. Because it's coming up to Halloween, so we could have a couple of these in the window. We could actually create a little display in the window. A little spooky Halloween possibilities. I don't really know. I don't know if Anya's. Do you know what? See, that's what I was thinking, Anya. I was thinking Star Wars, but I have got a lot of Star Wars. Just to take up another half hour. I don't think this spooky build will take much. It's 167 pieces. Right, let's crack this open. So this was the gift with purchase. Remember, folks, never, always handle a knife properly. Zabby Gray. How you doing, Zabby Gray? Welcome in. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to. Wow, it's. Do you know what's funny? It's get plastic bags. Oh, what's this? Well, this is your Lego. This is your brick part with the. Because there's a brick that lights up. So we've got 3 bags. Plus we've got this little plastic part. So let's get started. Bag 1. So we're building this. We're going to build this as a little add-on to the Star Wars logo that we've just done. Couldn't sleep. The only way to calm down was this. Do you know, I do that all the time. I watch a lot of streams. There's a guy I watch. He does flight sims. And I sometimes really even, I don't even really sometimes watch as much. I just like to hear. And it just calms me down. So it's a good way to sleep, actually. Hi, Martin Fanning. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've never watched Dragon Ball. I know, like, Pokemon. I've never watched Dragon Ball. I bought these because the place where I bought them, Primark, didn't have a lot of pajamas. And sometimes you get this style of pajama where it's like Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Homer Simpson, or The Simpsons. And you sometimes just say, do you know what, I fancy buying this, so that's Dragon Ball Z that I've got. I've never actually seen them. But it's good to see new people coming in. Right, here we go. So this is the Spooky Ghost. See, that this was a gift with purchase. building these little parts here. Yeah, do you know it's funny because I started playing Pokemon Go back in 2016, so I've been playing Pokemon Go for like 9 years. I knew of Pokemon Go, and I never really started watching Pokemon Go or Pokemon. Same with Dragon Ball Z. You know, I've heard about it. Um, I actually know what it is, but I've never really watched it to a certain extent. But it's funny that how sometimes you don't really, you know, I probably will actually skip by and watch it to be honest, just out of curiosity more than anything else. I know I've got the pajama. They're really comfy. They've got a slight fleece lining. Oh, they're nice. They're nice. Right, so here we go. So another little, I say a quick build, but relatively quick. Just doing this spooky ghost that you get. So we have a little piece going on here. It's like probably going to be a little arm, perhaps. Right, we're now building up some white elements. So pretty easy at the moment, just a little kind of, do you want me to even put this light on? Although it's not, sugar, wrong one. Put this one on just so I can see a little bit better. Right, we've now got a little, there it is. So we've got Technic pieces going in, one going in here, one going in there. And then we've got a block and a red collar going on here. The block part is that. Whoa, easy. There we go. And this is going in like so. I see. So it's kind of like a little moving part just in here. And then we're building round this part. So Halloween's coming up. It's not really a thing that we, in the UK, I'm not going to say we don't celebrate it. It's quite a big thing in America. We don't really celebrate it as much. I don't know about people in Australia either. You know, it's not as big. I used to go trick or treating when I was younger. It's a little bit more. It's changed over the years. I think. You know, I don't think it's as. I don't think it's as big as what it used to be. I think stuff now. I think a lot of people just kind of keep themselves to themselves in a way. You know, and I think just the environment has changed a little bit. Um, you know, back in my day, we used to kind of venture out a little bit. So here's the light brick. So it's got a little pull tab in here. So in fact, let's just build up this part and then we'll pull the pull tab. So we got this up at Glasgow. This was as I say, a gift with purchase. So here we go. Let's pull the tab out. There's the tab out. And there's the old light up brick part. Did she? Holy baloney. I think it's just where you stay as well. I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people maybe don't have. So there's the light brick on. Quite a unique brick actually. There's one of those in the DeLorean, the time machine, with the flux capacitor is fluxing. So we've got a little brick going across here. And then we've got it's a little gold heart. That's quite interesting. So you see up there, we've got a little gold heart just at the top. That's pretty cool. Now this is sitting in here, so basically what looks as if it's going to happen, this is going to slot in here. And then this here, so that's going to, that little part there is going to activate the light brick, which is pretty cool. Yep, and it's showing us the next part. Yep, that activates the heart. Cool. So we're now going to be building stuff around this. So we're building these blocks around the edge. And then got a little brick part goes here. Did everyone else leave? Oh, I don't know, it's kind of getting into, it's fluctuating, it's kind of weird. People kind of come and go. Oh, this thing's flashing now all the time. Right, so get that part in there. Yeah, my streams do kind of fluctuate a little bit. People just come and go. Which I don't mind. You know, it's part and parcel of the stream. So just Anya, just to say to Jason, Anya's my partner, just in case you wondered. She's the kind of moderator. She pops in and just moderates a little bit. Not that I really have too much in the way of moderation. It's like, you know, it's not. It doesn't get too rowdy. I mean, it can do at times, but. Right, so we get these little red parts going. Little part over there. White one in the front. Ah, so it's kind of diffusing the light by the looks of it. Interesting. So we're now building up around the top. Now we've got these little parts going here. Here, we've got a little grey stub in there. I should probably put that in first. Now we've got some wee extra. Oh, we've got a little love heart. Wee extra. Bag 2. The bag 2 is predominantly looks like it's all white. White parts. Right, what are we doing here? We've got smaller slope pieces. Some quite nice blocks here actually, some nice kind of colour tones. Well, not so much colour tones, but that isn't that slope part, is it? Nah, it's not that, is it? No, that's too big. It should be a smaller part. What am I looking for here? It's got to be that. It's weird because it doesn't look as big. Is that right? Well, there's... I'm just trying to look as... It's just this part here looks shorter. I'm kind of looking at the ghost on this picture here as well. Maybe it is. It's the only parts. There's only soap parts I've got, so it's got to be. But it just looks shorter. Oh no, it can't be that because it's yeah. Right, they've got to be height. Oh, there they are there. It's because the block was sitting a different orientation. Now I need to find its partner in crime. There it is. Gotcha. That's better. one of those parts when you build Lego where it's the blocks sitting the wrong orientation. It just looks completely different. Orientation. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Bam 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 bam. Hey hey, what's the matter with your face? Face. Don't even know if that's the right words. Don't know why that came into my head. That's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a great part of the film. But here's these blocks. These are great actually. They're almost kind of opaque, semi-translucent blocks. So these are going right up here. And it's almost like it's it's actually a pearlescent colour as well. So when we hit this old switch, that's pretty cool. It disperses the light quite nice. Hey, hey, what's the matter with your face? Oh, I've missed a wee part. There's actually a little. Now, if if somebody's going to their bed and that song's in their head, I do apologise. um, where's this other? There it is. Right, then we're going to be building. It looks as if that's pretty cool. Looks like we're going to be building the body part here. Whoa, easy tiger. So yeah, my channel's just it's quite an easy, Lego build type, and I'm building a lot of. And I've got the Millennium Falcon coming up, the UCS collectors, the Ultimate Collectors series. That build's coming up. It's going to be Fridays at 3 p.m, which is probably going to be quite late your time, potentially. Do you know, I may potentially do. I may change that time periodically, perhaps, just so that it's a little bit different. Right, that goes up there. Right, that's getting bolted on there. So there we go. Start the old ghost. Yeah, I may look into times. I've not set in stone the times for the Millennium Falcon build, but I have kind of. I'm open to. I mean, obviously within my parameters. Um, I'm open to some form of suggestions to a certain extent. Obviously, it's got to really end with me to a certain extent because I'm the one that's doing it. So I've got to say, right, I can't stream at that time, but I could do this. I think streaming at 3 p.m. my time is good for me. It kind of works for me, in a sense. But I can understand some people in the world, like in Australia, it'll be like quite late. Do, 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 do. Oh, that song's it's in my head now. Right, this is now getting up here. There we go. So that's kind of the side of the ghost. So this is going to be the face here. This is the face part. Now we've got a little wedge going in there. So that fills up this little part just right in here. Right, we've now got the arms, which are quite cool. There's a little spooky element going on. There's a little chain. coming out. So there we go, that's just hanging down like so. Little chain element. Then we've got a little hook going in here. It's like a little hand almost. Trying to get this part, it's very difficult. There we go, got it. So it's going like that. And then this little part here, going in like so. So is that a 2 build or just a 1? Right, so that is going in here facing out the way. So there's a little ball joint. So that's pretty cool. You see the chain just hanging down. Right, now we're building up this. So we've, funny enough, we've got this happening, and then we've got, so it's almost like, I don't know why they wouldn't put in a like a that kind of piece, or is that maybe lengthwise they don't have, I don't know. I'm kind of defeating myself. I'm kind of talking and then kind of saying, nah, I don't know. Whoa. So here we go, we're building these little cut out areas going down this body. There we go. So again, we've got another little body part. So that is going on here. So again, there's a little cut out area for the arm part just here. So that's the front and back part of the body. Right, again, we're building another little arm socket here. So again, we've got this going in here, little ball joint. And that is just going in there. So again, that clicks in, and that, I think we're kind of weaving that in. So we've got a part here, we've got a little cheese wedge on the top. Then we've got so we're here. Ah, right, I see what they're doing. So they've got a part going in here, just in this this part, just going in there. 45 on the 45. So okay, we've got another little, probably like a little body piece. Right, what we got here? We have got one. So we've got this one's going this side. We've got an interesting big slope part, which is quite good. Oh, that's the door. That could be the postman. Oh, sweaty bum. I'm on, buddy. How you doing? Thank you very much. You take care. Have a good morning. Whoa, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman, come and see the snow. I really need to get the words for half this stuff. Yeah, I'm nearly done. So this is a book that I've got. It's a signed book, and it might be a reveal later. Not much left. Not much left. Oh, that needs to go on actually. So this is going on here. So it's down a little bit. That's its kind of belly part. I'm almost done, buddy. Right, so these little parts are going up in the head. What's in your head? I need to stop singing songs because people are going to be... So it's top of its head. Oh, get that the right way. And then we're putting the chain part on here. I don't know why we just didn't do that in the first place, but there we go. So that's the little chain parts on. Ooh. Pretty cool. Right. Oh. So bag 3. Right, little spare part there. Bag 3, last bag, not a lot of parts here. This is going to be the, I think, the pumpkin and the ghost we're going to build. So we're almost there. So again, we're building in this part, which is, I think, his little hands. So that's going in there. Right, we've got orange. These are great colours. This kind of pumpkin spicy colour. So Halloween. Halloween. So we're nearly there, buddy. We are nearly there. Right, well, we've got a leaf element. I think that's going like that. We've got a little kind of root part going in. I think the root part's going, it doesn't matter, it's 6.5 a dozen. Well, this is a pumpkin we're building. So, little wedge, little brick, soap, times 4. Lovely. Yeah, I'm nearly done. Nearly done. This will not take long. There we go. So this is going to be the sides of the pumpkin. So they are just fitting on, so that will short side up. It's quite a nice little pumpkin. So there we go. So there's the little pumpkin. It's pretty cute. So the pumpkin's going to sit here. So that's just going like that. There we go. Pumpkin's on. Right, now we're going to be building. It looks as if it's a little bat. The old Batis. Here we go. Little 2-part there. Yeah, this is a little bat. Trying to find these black parts are so difficult to see. That's the part I need. Then we've got the little smaller wedge part. There it is. And that's going like that. Right, now we're building. We're putting the eyes. So the eyes are going up. So they're facing up the way. Whoa. There we go. And then we've got these little teeth at the back. So that's going to be the little ears of the bat. Pretty cool. And then that's going to go on here. So you see there, it's quite cool actually. Right, building, this is going to be the body. Get a big part here, so that's going almost off to the side, which is interesting. And then we're going, that's a wing. Got you. So we're going to be doing the same with the other side. So again, rinse and repeat. And that's going to go like that side. And that's going on there. And then it's getting this part, and that is going here. And so that's going in the, so there's the little bat. And then that's clipping in here, so there's a little Technic part, and it's going off to the side. What else have we got here? So we've actually got extra chains, which is quite cool. They can be quite handy parts. Don't think there's anything else going in there. So there we go. That is the spooky build, which is pretty cool. And there's the light up. So there's a little weaver here, just at the back. And that lights up. That's really good actually. How cool is that? So that's going to conclude the Lego build. of the Spooky Ghost. And this is, I think it's the Illuminated Ghost it's called. And the set number is 40772. And it is the Celebration Series 3 Luminous Ghost. So you do get some wee extra chains and stuff, which is pretty cool. So there we go. And then the little weaver here's at the back, so you can... In fact, let's get this light off. Oh, wrong one. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I like that. So that's the build done. So this is my book. So Anya will love this. This is going to be an unboxing of my. In fact, they came as just after 10. So this is one of my favourite TV series, comedy TV series. So we've got the old, again, we've got more cardboard boxes. So I think this is called a bookplate edition. So I've got this, just join the pile of cardboard that's sitting over there. So this is John Cleese, and there's a TV series called Fawlty Towers. So it's, I mean, I just love John. It's Fawlty Towers, faults and all. And obviously, see, there's. So you used to get that at the opening, and it used to say Warty Towels. You know, they used to change the. I'll tell you one thing, John Cleese is getting old, by the way. You can probably tell, because there's the signature. I mean, John Cleese is what? He must be. What age is John Cleese? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little butchers. Let's see, John Cleese, he must be a good age now. 85 years old. But that's John Cleese signed. I'll actually look at this book because it's got some. It's just a great series. You know, there's the brick element. Oh, it's got all the different parts. You know, the inspiration. Yeah, that's going to be really good. I think Prunella Scales, I think she died. And there's Connie Booth, who was, I think, married to John Cleese. So there we go, that's my Fawlty Towers, signed by John Cleese himself. So that'll go into my book collection. Anyway, guys and girls, that is going to do it for me. That was a good little build. So basically, just to say what we've done. Oh, sorry, I've completely destroyed. Don't lift it up by. Oh my goodness, I've kind of semi-broke it there. Get this squared up again, eh? There we go. So we built this. We built the Star Wars. I'm trying to get this to be alive. So yeah, built the Star Wars logo, and we also built this little chappie, the little Spooky Ghost, which is pretty cool. So we actually have got another 2 of these, which is quite cool to have. And there's the old bat. So a little cool series. But anyway, folks, that is going to do it for me. So this is going to go up on the shelf. In fact, these are all going to go up on shelves now because I do have the space to put shelves. which is pretty cool. That's going to go in the cardboard pile, which is actually amassing quite a collection down there. There we go. So I can't see myself, which is never a bad thing. Um, there we go, folks. Anyway, I'm going to head off. So the plan is, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to maybe get something to eat. I've had a little bit, I had my coffee and a little sort of bun type thing. But yeah, I really like this little build. It's pretty cool. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the new people that come in. Jason Duff, Zabby Gray, there's somebody else, Martin Fanning. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for just basically coming into the stream and just making my day. And I will see you for more live streams coming up pretty soon. To be honest, I'm always streaming. I'm always doing something. Um, oh, cheers, Jason Duff, man. That's cool. Yeah, but that you got a wee extra. Faulty Towers, John Cleese. I don't know if you'd probably know John Cleese in Australia. Certainly in my age group. I'm older, obviously. So, but yeah, cheers, Jason, for coming in. It's greatly appreciated, mate. Really means a lot, actually. And you have a good night, and hopefully you get to sleep at some point and have a good sleep. And I'll see you. I'll see you in other streams. So yeah, just keep an eye out. I stream quite a lot. Not every day, but sometimes I go through spells where I do stream every day. But I stream a few times a week. So anyway, I'm going to get my little button here, get my pre-screen, and I'll see you all later. Anya, if you're still in, I love you, which is you know that. But I'll talk to you soon. Um, I'm probably going to head to the shop and get something to eat. But take care, folks, and sayonara, Auf Wiedersehen. I need to get more. I need to get more saints. Anyway, take care, folks. See you later. Bye. Cheers, Jason. See you next stream, buddy. Bye.